Hey guys, big update today. The bumper is in. It was a little bit of an issue to get it back in place because it's been out of the car for like an entire month, and so it was a little bit warped. I had to use heat, cut off pieces to make it fit, but I had to use heat to make it fit. Push it, 3 people pushing it to get it into place, but it's finally into place somewhat. But yeah, I'm gonna use heat to continue improving on fitment, but it's in. I should have tested the turbo. I'm realizing now that I should have tested the turbo that to make sure that it's making the power that it needs to be making, that is properly adjusted, like the preload. But we'll see. Hopefully, no issues on that end. Um, so yeah, this is what it's looking like right now. I still have to put the engine bay plastics back on, but and have to clean all this mess. But for now, it's alright. I already set the pressure to 43.5 psi. I checked online. And these cars, they actually run like based off Google on a Google search. It says 40 to 43 psi fuel pressure. On Honda, the software, it said that the stock pressure for the fuel is 51 point something or 53 point something. I know some people online said 58, but for now I'm gonna keep it at 43.5 because that's what the injectors are designed for, and it's already done. I don't wanna mess with this right now. Um, there is something that I'm gonna have to do on Sunday, but for now I don't wanna mess with it. I wanna get it out, tune, see if there are any issues, any leaks, and hopefully I can make some decent power. I am happy about this. I ended up going to bed like last night at like 4 in the morning working on this thing just to get it out today, and still not ready. Um, I still have to check a lot of things before I run this car on the road. Tying the fender liners. The body kit, it's a little bit loose. This, I want to improve the fitment, but I might leave it on like this for the road test. But for now, I think that this is right. It's a work in progress. I wanted to finish it this week. I really wanted to finish it this week, but I guess it's gonna have to be a Sunday thing. And then on Sunday, I can also get it on the road and start tuning. Hopefully, there are no issues. I know that people usually right after installing a turbo, they have to like tune it. Some people have boost leaks, boost creep, whatever. We'll see how that goes. For now, I'm super happy that it's finally on. And let me show you the cutouts that I had that I did. And so I had to cut this. There was no way around it. I had to cut it. It was super tight. It is super tight still. I painted the pieces black so they wouldn't be too noticeable, but it is what it is. Right here, I'm gonna use a filter with a hydrophobic filter cover on it. So I'm not expecting to have any issues on leaks or like water because of that. It's a really tight fitment. Originally I wanted this location because I thought it would not be so obvious that I have a turbo on it, but now I had to make it obvious with the cutout. So defeated the purpose. For you guys, if you wanna make a kit with me, I'll probably make it over here. It's much easier fitment. It's much easier on the whole setup. Easier to route. Everything's much better when mounted here. So for you guys, I'm gonna do it here. This is crazy. This requires a lot of work, a lot of adaptations, and so I do not recommend this piece. Like I don't recommend putting the turbo in this location. All right, here I made a cutout for the intercooler, painted black that area, and so it's not super obvious that I have an intercooler in. And I want to see if I can plastic weld like some mesh or something like this, so it's not obvious, like you cannot just straight up see inside. We'll see how that goes. And here I had to remove the what do you call it, the cooler. I had to remove it. I didn't want to, but I had to. The fitment wasn't great. I had to really push it in and do a lot of things, and it was so much easier to just remove it than to continue adapting it. So I just did that and called it a day. I'm not too concerned about the pump getting hot, since from factory this doesn't have a cooler. I wanted to run a cooler for longevity, but it's not needed, so I'm not gonna concern myself with it anymore. I'm gonna run it as is, and that's it. It's visible, so I'm also planning to put like a little mesh something here, so it's not so open for people to see. I wanted this car to be more like a sleeper than anything. That's part of the reason why I put the turbo there, but yeah. And let me show you something. I'll be right back. I'm gonna pause the video. All right, I'm back. Okay, so some of you guys may notice that my blow-off valve is tilted upside down, and the reason for that is to hide the turbo, to hide the pieces. Like I wanted to make it look like a regular cold air intake, and so that's why it's tilted like that. Since I'm gonna be running the spacers, this is not gonna be a problem. I hope having the blow-off valve. I'm gonna do some research on that later, but I hope it's not gonna be an issue. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. If anybody asks, then the intake that is gonna be here is the intake that the car is running. So yeah, good stuff. All right, guys, let me know if you have any questions. I'm looking forward to tuning this piece. I don't know how that's gonna go. So far, every single piece of this puzzle has been taking so much longer than I thought. So I'm not really looking forward to the tuning piece, to the tuning part of this whole thing. But I'm already at the end of the line, so let's just keep going. Hopefully it makes good power. Alright, let me know if you have any questions. And peace out.